TV reporters or teachers, they care about their voice, they care about their vocal health. They want to know how much they are using their voice and whether their voice is doing okay. So we put the device on their chest, and then we also have a haptic feedback device. So when we detect they are using their voice too much, the haptic feedback will just vibrate to warn them, take a break. Um, so and from this spectrogram, we can actually from this data set we can actually extract a lot of digital health markers. So we can calculate their vocal energy dose. This is essentially how much energy is dissipated by your vocal fold. So if you are using your voice too much, there's a lot of vocal energy dose. We can also calculate the phonotraumatic lesion marker. So this is done by looking at the spectrogram and looking at the harmonic amplitude difference. We can calculate that. This is a digital marker. You can also calculate the dysphonia severity marker by something called substrate analysis. This is a different analysis from Fourier transform. This is called substrate analysis, which is a specialized analysis method in acoustic data. So you can develop digital markers. So this is also a sample data set on a singer for about a day. So here I'm showing the raw MA signal, and they also recorded what they are doing. So they log their events. So we see they were doing vocalizing and choir rehearsal. These are singing. They also did some phone call chatting throughout the day. Then we calculated their singing dose. You see, there's a lot of singing dose when they were doing singing, and there were a lot of speaking dose when they were speaking. And we see that their phonotraumatic lesion marker increased towards the end of the day. That means they are using their voice too much towards the end of the day. And there's also dysphonia severity marker is flat throughout the day. That means they don't have a risk of developing dysphonia. So, there's a lot of information you can retrieve by doing computing. That's the power of computing. So, that's all that I want to talk about today. So, you have 2 assignments by the end of the day. So you want to do an interest survey so I can know a little more about yourself. And in the interest survey, you also need to provide your Apple ID so that you can